Tom wrote a book, and he wants you all to buy it. The name of the book is The Djinn Chronicles, Volume 1, Growth. It's part 1 of a trilogy. It's available on Amazon. Go read it.
Don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at X-Transbots Master X Series Swarm Leader Andras. This is 86MX2T. So this is the cartoon coloring, the recoloring of the Scourge figure. I don't remember ever having an X-Transbot figure. So this is going to be my very first one. So why don't we go ahead, open him up, and see what we get. As soon as I get him out of the box, I'll switch camera angles, so we'll go from there. Looks like he comes with a flight stand. Looks to be fairly simple. I imagine it just goes on like this. So, yeah. I like how he's all packaged here. I know packaging is important to me. It may not be important to everyone, but it is important to me. So there's Andras. Looks like he gets a little target master here. Yep, looks like he gets a little target master dude. This would be one of the Nebulons. Not too thrilled with him to look at. Here's his gun. What the hell? Piece fell out. Don't know. That's not a good sign. He comes with directions and instructions and a card and Autobot Spike picture. So I bought this from TF Source on their Black Friday sale. I usually try and buy something from them on their Black Friday sale. This was, I think, $150 if I remember right, with the Black Friday discount. Looks like standard instructions. Ooh, looks like we've got not the judge, but the enforcer coming soon. That might be neat to look at. Nice instructions. Alright, so I'm going to take this opportunity and a card to pause and put everything together, and we'll go from there. So I've taken the liberty of going ahead and putting everything together as best I could. He's on his flight stand. I've got his target master transformed. Push these things up. Apparently that needs to go in. It's not happy. Measurements wise, from here to here, we're looking at about 11 inches. Width-wise, let's go with 4 1/4. Height-wise in this mode, I'd say we're looking at about 3 1/2. This mode really doesn't do anything. Sits on its flight stand. These things move. This thing does whatever that thing does there. I know there's a way to raise up the head, but I don't really care. This thing just plugs into a port right there. Hopefully you all can see. The flight stand plugs in right here, and I have to tell you, I'm going to zoom in here, hopefully it'll stay in focus. Because I've plugged in the flight stand, I've got stress on the plastic there. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'll probably never ever ever do that again. He does have landing gear that comes down. I'll bet not very happily in every case. Don't be that way going. Well, at least get part of it. That was not copacetic. Let's see here. Alright, so he has wheels. Backing out the camera. As you can see, he does have wheels. These things apparently come out for some reason. I got some Gorilla Glue that'll fix that. Unless they need to come out for some transformation purpose. Don't know yet. I haven't transformed this thing, and this one's not wanting to be happy and go back into its home. Go back into your home, man. Alright. I mean, I guess it's okay. The wheels roll, sort of. So there's always that. The gun stores right in here. So pull this out, and right here's the gun. It just plugs into that slot right there. Looking at the gun, it's a nice mold. It's got some pretty silver paint on it. Some pretty metallic blue. Nice red right there. Turn around this side, we see the screw right there, which I guess they had to connect it together somehow, but there's no joint in the handle, so I don't know why they just didn't glue it together. Additionally, this piece that fell out, it seems I'm missing a piece. I've looked around, I haven't seen it. I didn't see it fall out of the box, so, or the bag that this came in. So this is supposed to be part of a magazine. Goes in that little hole right there, which I don't seem to have the other part to, and I'm not entirely sure why they couldn't just have put it together, but what do I know. Alright, so I'm gonna put this thing back together, and this is a masterpiece scaled figure, so we'll do some scale comparisons with it, and then we'll transform him. I love the paint on this thing. Nice shiny metallic paint, and then this flat plastic. Oh yeah, I'm really digging the paint on it. I hope the robot mode looks as good as this. Oh, as I said, very first ever X-Transbot figure. So yeah, it's got some really nice paint on it. Details picked out. Won't we transform it after we do scale comparison? Oh, but before I do that, I wanted to show you this guy here real quick. He measures in at 3 1/4 by right about 1.5 inches. Height wise, we're looking at 1 1/4 inches. Not much to this guy here. They've tried to make something out of it. I personally think they failed. But it's easy to say somebody fails when you're not the one doing something. So arms come out like this, the legs separate like this, come down, open the feet up, open the feet up. This whole section here comes around, comes in, push the barrel in, bring it down, and here is this little feller. Can't remember his name. Let's see. He's standing at 3 1/4 by 1.5 inches by about 1 1/4 inches. Yeah, he's just a little feller. I wonder if I can find the only other one of these I could really compare him to would be Carrie's, DX9's Carrie. I'll see if I can find him. We'll see. Alright, let's go on to scale comparison. Alright, so I'm going to try and transform Mold Andreas here. And I have to tell you, right off the bat, you might notice there's only one of these in here. I did try and transform this thing, and there's a proper way of doing it. The directions were absolute crap. So I'm going to have to reinstall that one here. Just full disclosure, also I've gone ahead and added the Decepticon symbol in 2 spots. It worked for me. The only other thing I can point out is that this does not set properly. It doesn't. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but I got a gap right there. It is what it is. It's fine. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is pull that up like that, just to get it out of the way. Next, I'm going to disconnect these and pull them up like this, just to, again, get them out of the way. I'm going to come down to here, and I'm going to pull these sections out, and kind of up, out of the way. They will come up and rotate, as you can see. Unpeg this, unpeg this one, and pull them up and out of the way a little bit. And if you do it right, this entire section here will come up and out. Go ahead and take these, push those back. Take this section here and roll it down so that it comes down like that on both sides. I'm gonna have to get some batteries to see what the hell these things do. I don't care for electronics on my toys. The batteries have a tendency to not do well. There we go. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Come down here, lift this up and out of the way, right here. Now we can come to this side. Basically bend him at the hips. That's the easiest way I can explain it. Open these up as far as they will go. Rotate this. Bend this a little bit. You've got a double hinge right here. So you've got to bring it down and then up. Pull these out as far as they'll go. Pull your head up. Set that right there, like that. But you all couldn't see it all, could you? Huh. Sorry. Move these out of the way. Rotate your head around. And in the box. Take the box. Kind of open it up a little bit. Pull it down. Bring these forward. This is going to give him you know, the collar look that he's got. And they'll just kind of sit right here. That's that. Come back to the back and raise it up. It'll just slide up. It's on a slider. That's all we're going to do with the top right now. Separate the legs. Now this is where I messed up. Be sure to push this all the way forward. Just go ahead and do it now. Just get this out of the way, push it forward. It'll save you grief later, and I'll screw this one back on later. Pull this open about halfway, and then you've got to kind of get the foot here through. And I'm going to pause right here, and I'm going to show you the picture of how this is supposed to be set up that I took. If you can see in here, this piece goes up, the red piece, and the heel spur's actually behind this. So you'll understand when you start messing with it. Getting it in the proper placement is difficult. I'm going to pause right here and show you the picture I took. Okay. Hopefully I remembered to include that. I have discovered that if you open this up a little bit, it actually makes it just a little bit easier to get through, he says, as he struggles mightily. Part of the problem is you don't have a whole lot of maneuvering room, and it's very tight right there. So you just got to kind of push everything through until it goes. Of course, if you really wanted to mess with it, I suppose you could take the screws out. But I don't really think you're supposed to do that. Daggone it. You know how I say, folks, you see me struggling with it, there's a really, really good possibility you're going to as well. So, there's just barely enough room. There is enough. You just got to kind of sweet talk it, take it to dinner, and then it'll work. Fold that in. Take this opportunity to bring that in. Just kind of leave it, you know, straight like that. And then you rotate this down and it'll plug in. You got to kind of squeeze right here and right here to get it to work, but it will work. Bring out your toesies, bring out your heel spur, and rotate your thigh. And that's a foot and a leg all done. Let's see if we can do this again. Put your thumb under here so that you can maneuver it the way it's supposed to go. Bring it about halfway. There's just not really enough clearance here to do what needs to be done, is the problem. I mean, that's really it. That's the entirety of the problem. There's just not enough clearance to do what needs to be done here, which is rotate this round and through without straining the plastic or the piece. I mean, I've almost got it. Just a little bit further. There we go. Alright. Bring it up. Bring that piece in. Take this moment to put this piece back on, because if I don't, I tell you what, I'm going to pause right here and just do that. And bam! Now I've got it on here. So we're going to close that in there. Bring this up. Again, you'll have to squeeze here and here to get them to go in, but they will, and then they'll just pop right in there like they were made to. Kind of funny how that works sometimes. This comes down. And rotate the legs around so that he can stand on his own. Last thing we need to do is rotate the arms at the shoulder so that they work properly. Open up the hands, pull out the hand itself, rotate one more time for good measure. Rotate, and here we have Andras in his robot mode. And he's a pretty good looking little figure. I really like his look. I love this metallic paint. Absolutely love it. I don't think I'll ever probably transform him back into his slipper mode other than maybe to store him. So I think he's going to stay like this, and I really like him. He can hold his weapon, maybe? I don't know, I haven't tried that yet. He's got these little bitty ball peg fingers, and I don't like those at all. But they didn't ask me, and I wasn't a part of that conversation when they were trying to decide what to do, so I can fuss, fight, argue, and pitch a fit, or I can just recognize the fact that somebody else made that decision for me and go on. And, I mean, gun's not going anywhere. Looks pretty good in his hand. Matches him, so there's always that. Yeah, I like him with his gun. Let's see here. Ooh, that ratchet's a little loose in the knee, but it is there. Let's see here. Here he is with his buddy, whatever the hell his name is. What the hell is that robot's name? Lord, I can't remember to save my life. Rimfire. That's him. Okay. So, yeah, Rimfire. Articulation. The head can move around a little bit. It's got a little up and down, not much. You can move it, but it does get jammed up with this. So there's not that much. The arms could do a 360, but they do get caught up in the wings here and go out to there. So that's a pretty good range there. You have a upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbow will get you the full run, and you saw the hands, they'll rotate all the way around. They don't really go up or down. The fingers are on these little itty bitty ball pegs. Can you all see those? I mean, you can splay them out, that's nice, but I really miss the base pin through there. That would make a world of difference, at least in my personal opinion. You've got a joint here, a joint here, and a joint here, which y'all can't see. Joint here, here, and here. So you can really make his hands expressive if you so desire. So, alright, get that done. Let's see. Waist. He does have a waist swivel. It's ratcheted. No ab crunch, but again, you know, he bends at the hips, so that's fine. Hips can go that far forward and that far back, which is pretty much what you need. Thigh swivel is built around the universal joint, so it's more like a hip swivel, which works just fine. Knees, he gets a pretty good range, 90 degrees. And I love this little knee cover. I think that's just a wonderful little touch. The feet, as problematic as they are, you get a full rocker, almost. It does get kind of hung up here on this plastic, and it's chewing away at it right now. The toe can go down and up, and the heel, ratcheted, can go down and up. Alright. And I mean, you can just see the how good he looks. He looks good. He looks really good. I really like this metallic paint on him. Look at his head sculpt. That looks like Scourge. That's a wonderful looking Scourge to me. And under all these lights, he's looking a lot brighter on camera. He's very dark. He's very dusky. I'm telling you, I like this figure. The chest does open, so you could drop a matrix in there if you wanted to. You don't have the melted face or any of that, but you do have that option if it's something you so desire. Let's see. He can hold his target master as well, but not really well. I know that didn't make a whole lot of sense. It made sense to me, which doesn't really help you all at all, does it? Let me see if I can get him all transformed back up, and I'm going to take a... How the hell did I do that? Like this. That's right. As we transform the target master into his little target master mode thingy. Yep. Hey, look folks, again, if you see me struggling with this stuff, very likely you will as well. So I don't mind taking the burden here as long as it serves some purpose. Alright, that plugs in, and here's this crappy gun. Can he hold his target master? I'd be kind of surprised if he couldn't, but I have been surprised before. Methinks he's having some issues here. Getting in there where you're supposed to be. Alright, so there is... Man, he's not going to be able to hold it very well. The tab is smaller. Alright, so let me show you the problem. Right here's the palm in the tab. The slot in the palm, right? This thing is so high up, it has to come in and down to get in there, and it just about does, but man, it does not want to go. And even if I get it in here, I'm not 100% sure it'll stay. No, I can't seem to get him to hold his target master, and I just popped off one of those little bitty ball joint fingers. Alright, it's not worth it. It's not worth trying to get the gun into his hand. Alright, so I'll transform the guy back into his bot mode and we'll do scale comparisons. Alright, we'll put that piece of crap cup here for the picture. And the really crappy, I don't even know why the hell I have this thing, RC. Man, this thing is just a piece of crap. Stay. Stay. Did you just criticize fans' toys? That thing's a piece of crap. I don't care what anybody says. My copy, as far as I know everybody else's copy, is a piece of crap. Damn, can't argue with the truth. Damn it. Final thoughts wise, you know, there are the three things I look for: playability, materials, and cost. The playability on this thing, if you're trying to transform it back and forth, you're going to go just nuts because of those feet. It could have been designed a little bit better. It's functional, but just barely. His presence is great. He looks fantastic. He can't hold his target master, which is an issue. At least mine can't. If it can, it can't do it well. And I haven't figured out how. The fingers are designed very poorly. They just pop right off the ball joint like they're nothing. The head can't turn very well. You know what I didn't do? I didn't measure him. So he's coming in at about 8.5. Shoulder to shoulder, about 4. All the way through here, we're looking at about 10. Depth-wise, let's call it about 4. He does have his issues, and they do directly affect the playability of the figure. He's back heavy. These heels don't always work the way that you think they will, but he's got an amazing presence. He looks beautiful, especially standing beside the Fans Toys Galvatron that I have. The materials kind of play into the playability factor a little bit. They're good. I don't feel like I'm gonna break anything. Even knocking off the landing gear, I didn't break it. It just fell off the screw. So that was something. I have to give them credit for that. They earned that. The Target Master feels like solid plastic, so he's, you know, other than the hollow bits in the leg, which you kind of have to expect at this day and age. The cost. Now, I paid $160 for this. I bought it off of TF Source's sale for Black Friday. They had Black Friday week, I bought it. Is it worth $160? I'm satisfied with it. So yeah, I guess it was worth $160 for me. It does have electronics, which I haven't messed with, but really don't need. I would have been happier with this if it had a sticker price of, say, $150 without the electronics. It's a factor I'm never going to use. Should you purchase this? They reissued Andreas, and from what I've been able to tell, it is exactly the same other than with the paint job, and he doesn't have the melted face or whatever. So yeah, mine did not come with that little piece that was needed for the gun. I don't know if it just missed in the bag or what, but this piece is absolutely useless, and I can't do anything with the slide because I don't have that other piece that plugs in. So, should you buy it? Yeah, I'd watch my quality control, make sure that you get all the pieces you're supposed to get. Aside from that, it's an amazing figure. I'm looking forward to taking a look at their Cyclonus when it comes out. Anyway, this is Tom. Thanks for watching. I'll see you. Yes, you. What about me? Shut up, Nemesis. At the next review.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Vitamin John. Operators are standing by.